Hello friends, let's take a look at Chainlink together. We're going to look at Chainlink versus the Bitcoin prices as I have them up just now, and versus the dollar prices shortly. So thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Rocky Outcrop. I do Ethereum technical analysis, Bitcoin technical analysis, Chainlink technical analysis, and Tezos technical analysis every single day here on YouTube. So I really would appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button and help the channel grow. I would really appreciate it. Now, if you're new to the channel, let's just see if I'm worth anything and if I'm worth paying attention to. So, stick with me through this one and I'll really appreciate the view alone at least. Okay, so what have we got on the go here? This is the 24-hour chart, and I've taken all of my drawings off, and I wanted to just kind of give everybody a reminder that we are looking at what is a big long-term sort of consolidation shape pattern here. And if I put the drawings back on, that becomes visible to us with this yellow line going towards the top side, this blue line coming down the way, and we know that that's the case. I think subscribers to the channel, of course, are very much aware of that. And there's so much noise on here right now. So let's just zoom in a bit and see where things have been going recently, shall we? And if we look here, we can see that currently the prices are right in at the 618 golden pocket area at 46,700. As we spoke about yesterday, 46,600, 46,500 whatever was this area. This could be a potential area for a retrace. If we look to the left, we know that we had this previous sort of Adam and Eve point where the confirmation line was at, and we broke down at this point here. So that's sort of like with confluence of this sort of little area where there was indecision in the market there at that particular point. So there's this area, and if we break above that, then that's fantastic. I think we could easily look towards the 49,000, 50,000 area where we have our downward sloping area of the line of the consolidation. But of course, if we see a pullback at this point, it wouldn't be that much of a surprise, and I would prefer to see it stay above 44,000 overall. But I would understand if it had to come in and set a higher low in anywhere even as far down with a wick included to make it so it touched the 618 or the 382 Fibonacci retracement over here at this point. I would understand that. I wouldn't like to see it. I wouldn't enjoy seeing it at 42,000, but you've got the 21 EMA in there at that point as well, and there's a few different areas on the way down where you could get kind of ideas about that happening. If we take a look here then with our Fibonacci retracement drawn in just from this low here, the previous swing low, you could say, just do it body to body, shall we? Then the first area to be aware of, obviously, is it ends up being halfway between these other 2 points at 45,000. So I want to see the prices stay above 45,000, but I understand if they can't. And in terms of where the higher low would come in at, you could be looking towards the 618 just on this one at 43,500, for instance, would be an easy enough area for a higher low to come in at. Looking towards taking the drawings and all off, looking towards the previous areas where there was support and around that, and the VPVRs, 43,500 would make sense in terms of a higher low should we have a pullback as a result of all this. A lot of this depends on the Bitcoin price action. Bitcoin price action obviously causing a lot of volatility recently here with these candles. Now, if there's a potential for a pullback in Bitcoin, and which could maybe see the prices here go up, just if the dollar pricing stays static, and of course they could see them come down if there's a potential for a break towards the top side on Bitcoin as well again. So we have to kind of look at other factors, and one of those factors we look to, of course, is over here at the dollar pricing. Just before we leave this area though, the recent high that's come in is done so without being bearishly divergent, so that's good to see. Things I do feel, if there's a leaning on one side or the other, it'd be bullish on this one in that sense that we've got the RSI moving in terms of not being bearishly divergent. But if there's something to mitigate that, then of course it's this clear downward sloping area here on the stochastics, which does give you the impression, and you'd be right to have it, that there's a degree of bearish divergence between the previous highs there on the stochastics. On the DMI, that's not the case, and we continue to go towards the upside here with our sort of upward trend line coming in. And the question is, are we kind of having a retest of this and get rejected on our first pass as we go up to then subsequently break it? Is it positioned slightly wrongly and just going to come up again here or whatever? Let's see how this goes. That would be quite bullish if it did go above the 30 level on the DM positive. As you can see, the ADX though, sorry, just bring it back up again, right down here at 11. So I do expect volatility one way or the other on this coin fairly soon. Not due necessarily to the divergence, could even just be a higher low coming in, but or else we could also spike up towards these areas. So I'd be aware of that overall. If I take everything back off again and just kind of look at this in general and say, could you could kind of put a line there and a line coming up here and say that there's a channel or a wedge of some sort on the go here, but I invite you to do that on your own charts. Mine are noisy enough at the minute. Looking at the dollar prices then, and as I say, I'm doing a little bit sort of more calm and collected video today with a bit more information in it, because I want people to benefit from having a bit more detail today after yesterday's videos being a bit sort of like annoyed at the lack of the audio and stuff like that. But I'll get things wrapped up soon. I'll just double check I'm recording. Yeah, still recording. That's good. Okay, so we've got our higher high in here that we were looking for, $4.50. That's good to see. As you can see, we're challenging around previous sort of the sort of, you could say, the eve area here on this twin peak point before the reversal last time. And let's just see if the prices can move on up above that. Is it divergent over the last 2 or 3 highs? It's not. So we're doing a good job here on that front now. Whereas before we were divergent on this section here of price action. Now we're moving towards the top side. As we can see, the DMI as well, the ADX down below 10. I do expect some sort of volatility as a result of that. You can even see in terms of yesterday's candle that there was a degree of volatility right there as well on that front. Now there's a sort of ascending, broadening wedge type structure you could have here. Is it fair to say that now, or is it more fair to say perhaps that it's just a parallel channel towards the top side? This may be more fair, to be honest with you, in general. And we could see a higher low coming in all the way down to where the 21 is, for instance, on the daily time frame, down there at $4 again. $4 being my crucial price point. Of course, on the way before then, $4.30, $4.20 you could say as well, but then down to $4 being the crucial, those areas. If it doesn't turn around at $4, $3.70 is almost an inevitability, and if it breaks past $3.70, then we're looking towards $3.25. But we touched off the 886 Fibonacci retracement, and we're at the top end of this channel, so seeing a pullback down towards this area just now for a higher low wouldn't be too shocking. Let's just see how things go and if things respond well, and amongst all this other stuff, and if we can get a sort of upward trend happening with the ADX kind of moving towards the top side and the DM positive still remaining above the negative here on this thing, if that were the case. And that's what we're going to be looking out for over the next wee while with regards to Chainlink. So thank you so much for tuning in today. I really do appreciate it, and I'll catch you in the next episode. I've been Rocky Outcrop, by the way. Hit that subscribe button, share the video with a friend. See you next time. Oh, actually as well, if you're still watching, watch the Bitcoin video. It's really, really good. Yeah, I think so anyway. Catch you next time.